What's going on, guys? My name is Eldeniro and welcome to episode 37 of my Leicester City career mode. This episode marks the first episode of season 3 and that's incredible, 37 episodes in. If you guys want to leave a like early on the video to celebrate the fact that we're 37 episodes and 3 seasons into this career mode and it's not even been a month since the game came out, that would be awesome. But as you can see, the season budget for us for the year is £23 million sterling and we have 110 grand in our wage budget. The board have set the league objective for us to be simply to qualify for the Champions League, which, we did it last season, but I still think it'll be a very difficult feature to try and redo this season. Also, the board have said they want us to just reach the group stage of the Champions League, so all we have to do is navigate the qualification tie and they'll be satisfied with that. And they want us to reach the last 32 of the domestic cup, which is usually the FA Cup in this game as far as I know. But some transfer activity on the horizon, a lot of what I'm going to be doing in this episode is describing what's happening on the screen, and as you can probably guess, there is going to be no gameplay in this episode. I've simulated preseason friendlies, you will see the results of those on the screen, and this episode is all about transfers, every single moment of it. So I made a bid for Klein, I'm making a bid for Andrew Robertson on the screen now because a lot of people said to get him in. There will be times when I refer to him as Scott Robertson, and I can't help that. It's just a stupid thing that I do, a stupid name mix-up that I have. But I also went in for Sandro because I thought he'd be an upgrade on Mohamed Kamara, and even though, or Mohamed Kamara, I think that's how you pronounce it. Kamara had a great season for us in his first season, but he's getting on and it would be good to replace him with a better player, upgrade him as it were. I also went in and made a bid for Fabian Delph from Aston Villa because, well, look at his stats really, or his projected stats. He does look like an incredible player, but a very expensive one at that time as well. So made a bit of 6 million plus camera for him, basically just leveraging the deadwood to try and improve on the players that we have if we're going to make a push for the Champions League, because it's going to be a very difficult season ahead as far as the fact that the seasons previously I tend to not do very well in the cups, although we did have a good run in the Capital One Cup last season, it makes it a lot easier when you don't have any distractions to concentrate on the league. And for us to go into the league with Champions League football in tow is going to be very, very difficult to get a top 4 position, I think. So it's important to be very clever in the transfer market. Now, I made a loan offer to get Kingsley Coman in from Juventus because he has an awesome name, but he's also really fast, and I think he'd be a great impact substitute to have on the bench to bring on if anything could go wrong. So on the screen here is the transfer activity that we're doing. I made a bid for Ki Sung-young from Swansea, offered him a contract, made another bid for Fabian Delph, got to the bid about Sandro, and they said that they don't want Camera, so I decided to take him out of the offer and just offer them 4.8 million or 4.7 million because that's what the chief executive reckoned would be enough. I also went and made another offer for Nathaniel Klein, but considering Southampton, I assume Southampton will have gotten promoted last season. I didn't actually double check, but he's going to be incredibly expensive. I don't know if I want to sign him. But our bid for Andrew Robinson was knocked back. They wanted 6 million, so I just upped my bid to 5 million because I thought that would be enough. He looks like a very, very good left back, and any signings we make that weaken Hull's team is good for us because of how much they demolished us on the last day of the season. Then we find out that QPR have accepted a bid in the region of £5.5 million from FC Bayern. And this is like, I don't know if that's realistic or not. Sandro is a player who I've always thought was pretty good in real life, just very injury prone. I don't think he'd ever go to Bayern Munich though. But it's a really stupid thing about this game is when a club comes to you and says, oh, we can't accept your offer because we've accepted one from another club. That's not how offers work. That's not how the economy works. That's a ridiculous notion to have. But Ki Sung-young rejected our initial contract offer, so we went and offered him another contract with the crucial first team player role being activated, and we got Kingsley Coman in on loan. Now we do have an option to purchase him for 2 million, but I probably won't exercise that right. It's just the fact that he's only on 10 grand a week and he's incredibly fast, and it's literally just an impact sub type loan deal. I don't really think he'll offer us anything apart from that, but you never know with this game. And Andrew Robertson, our bid for him was accepted. It was 5.2 million actually. I think was the offer that I made, but we offer him a crucial first team player role as well because he will become just that. And it doesn't look like this Nathaniel Klein bid is going anywhere. Like they are interested in Simpson, but they just want so much money, and it's going to be just a nightmare trying to get him in. So our bid for Delph was accepted, and he accepted our contract, and I didn't know what to do here because 7.7 million seemed like a lot of money at the time, and then Ki Sung-young accepted our offer. So I figured for the small fee I'm paying for Ki Sung-young while simultaneously getting rid of Camara, it just made more sense to get him in. I know some of you guys will think it's a mental deal, or it's mental of me to want Ki instead of Delph, but it just made more sense from a business perspective. It's just a better deal, I thought, and Ki Sung-young would suit my style a little bit better as well, because we often play with central defensive midfielders, and I don't think Delph fits into that role. But we get Robertson in as well. He becomes our second signing, our second permanent signing, I suppose, our third signing overall if you include the loan deal of Coleman. And we found out that Swansea had made a bid for Robertson, which obviously they couldn't accept because he was now our player. Now, the Nathaniel Klein deals were going nowhere, so I went in for Christian Gamboa from West Bromwich Albion. He's a Costa Rican right back who's incredibly fast, and I didn't know how much to offer because I had no basis for this deal, so I offered 1.5 million plus Simpson. I probably could have gotten him for just Simpson and no money, but sometimes I'm prone to doing stupid things, and I was really panicking to try and find a left back. I also made an offer for Andre Wisdom from Liverpool, thinking that he might have high potential, but our bid for Gamboa was accepted, and this is a good deal because we get Simpson off the wage bill. He's on 35 grand a week, and Gamboa is only on 20, and I've used Gamboa on Ultimate Team and he's very good. Now, anyone who is a fan of FIFA 11 and FIFA 12 will probably be happy enough with this as I go in for Maicon Leite from Cesena, because I think he looks very, very good. I scouted him to get all of his stats correct and have a look at what his player card looks like, and it's very good. He's just very fast, looks like he can finish. And I also made a bid for Ener Valencia from West Ham and Ioza Perez from Newcastle, who looks like he could be a pretty decent prospect, albeit a pricey one. So our bid for Gamboa was accepted. He accepted our contract. He comes and joins us, and we get Simpson off the wage bill, which I think that's good business. I know I overpaid for him, definitely. I could have done it a little bit more cleverly, but I'm fairly happy with how it all turned out. And our bid for Perez was rejected, so we had to make a re-offer for him, and another offer for Ener Valencia of £4 million, and another offer for Maicon Leite, the Brazilian striker, of £2 million. He's not got 5-star skills in this game. He's only got 4, but he does look like a great player. So I simulated this game against Getafe because I just have no interest in preseason friendlies whatsoever. And this game is really annoying in the way that it still does that thing where you don't put a player into the squad for a friendly and he moans about it like as if it matters, and it's just so stupid. But Cesena rejected our other offer of £2 million for Leite, and we found that they accepted a £2.1 million bid for Celta Vigo. Now, I think this is stupid. There's £100,000 in the difference. It's just a ridiculous attitude for them to have. So I went and upped my bid to £2.2 million to try and get the Brazilian striker in, because, like I say, he just looks very good. We also found that FC Augsburg are after him, which is just typical. And our bid for Ener Valencia was rejected once again by West Ham. They said they want £5.5 million. So I believe I upped my bid to £4.5 million just to try and get that negotiation correct, because he does look like a good player also. But my preference and my priority at this point was Maicon Leite, because I just think he'll suit my style better. Given how well Jeffrey Schlupp did last season, it's just a thing that I think will happen. So our bid for Leite was accepted of £2.2 million. I offered him an important first team player role and the same wages that he's on now. I thought that he would be happy enough to have the step up to go to Champions League football. But Ioza Perez rejected our offer, right? He wanted to be not a squad rotation player, but an important first team player, or so I thought. So I offered him that contract, and I assumed any 23-year-old player who's not getting first team football regularly would happily accept that deal. But it's strange what happens, but I end up offering Valencia a contract as well after a bid for him was accepted. But again, Maicon Leite is the priority. But look, Perez says that's not good enough. He literally wants to be a crucial first team player at a club where our two strikers last season scored about 40 goals. Like, what the hell is his problem? But we do sign Maicon Leite, and that is a huge signing for us, I think. And for anyone who thinks that might be unrealistic or whatever, like, I never thought that I would see Mero Zarate playing for West Ham in the Premier League. So I think it is quite a realistic signing. You get signings like that every now and then. Now, this guy here, Juan Pablo Diaz, is a regen who is a free agent. So I went in and made a contract offer for him just because I want to pad the squad a little bit. Because of the fact that we're going to need, realistically, 2 different squads for this entire season. Like, it's going to be a very, very intensive season. Not anything like the 2 seasons we've had previously. I also made a loan offer for Seko Fofana because his thing says has the potential to be special on it. No, it wasn't has the potential to be special. It was I forget what it said, but it made me encouraged to sign him. I know Foothead doesn't give him a high enough potential, but I think this game might be a little bit different than that. So we got loan offers for Andy Watson, who we signed from Chelsea last season, which I accepted, and for Gary Mackay-Steven, who I'm happy to send out on loan until that potential glitch nonsense is fixed. We get Juan Pablo Diaz in for £6,000 a week, which isn't a whole lot. And now you can have a look at the squad report to see all of the players that we signed. So in the next episode, I actually have some huge news, by the way, that I can't believe it's taken me this long to get to. It's hard to talk about all the stuff you see on the screen, but the team that we will be playing against in the qualifiers for the Champions League is Sevilla from Spain, which makes it a very difficult tie, and I don't know if we can realistically expect to win that one, because they're just a really good side. So we'll see how we get on against them in the next episode. We're starting off the season with a game against Stoke. That will be the first game in tomorrow's episode, and hopefully you guys are looking forward to that, because I think it's going to be a great season. Now, a lot of you guys play career mode regularly, and some of you are probably a lot more astute to the game than I am. But looking at my team, this is my squad report. If you guys notice any areas that I might need to strengthen, considering that I mostly play with a 4-4-2, do let me know what you think. Let me know of some players that you might want me to sign, or some positions that you think need strengthening, because I'm all ears for that type of thing. I do love advice and things of that nature. So that's the end of this episode. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to this season. Hopefully it's going to be just as exciting, if not more so, than the 2 seasons that have preceded it, as we take Leicester into the Champions League and see how they get on. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really enjoying this career mode so far. It has been unbelievable, and I'm delighted that I get to share it with you guys. So if you like the series, do leave a like. I've been El Dinero. Thanks for watching.